So I have placed in 130 grams of dates into 70 mils of coconut milk and 70 mils of hemp milk, but you can use almond milk, into the fridge overnight to soak. We will put this in to here. And then we have 100 grams of almond butter. And we have 30 grams of peanut butter. I actually like the taste and texture of peanut butter more, but it is higher in carbs than almond butter. We're also going to add in one pretty level teaspoon of honey. Let's blend this. Oh, there's not. It's probably about 120. That's okay though. Actually, we won't even add all of that. It's probably another 80 mils. You just want to be careful not to make it too runny, because then the protein balls don't stick together, like they don't form properly. That's better. It's kind of pourable, but still quite thick. So we're going to add in, let's set that to the side, and I like to put this back on so all of what's in there can kind of drip down. So now we're going to add in 60 grams of Brazil nuts and 80 grams of walnuts. And you want to, if you don't have this, you can crush them in a food processor or just put them in a bag and hit them with a rolling pin. That will do the same job. Okay, sorry about that. I had to break because my housemate came in. So we're going to put our ground nuts in here. This is a mixture of 60 grams of coconut flour and 20 grams of almond flour. We're going to put that in. Let's mix it around. Okay, we have 40 grams of hemp seeds. And I'm going to grind them up. This is what it looks like. And we're going to add that to the mixture. So hemp seeds are actually high in protein and low in carbs. They are also high in fat. And they are rich in omega-3 fats. In here we have 30 grams of flax seeds and 20 grams of chia seeds. I'm going to add in. In here we have 20 grams of brown linseeds and 30 grams of sesame seeds. So this is what the mixture is going to look like. And I would like to add in just a tiny bit of salt, a little shake, give it a mix, and a little bit of cinnamon. You can choose to or choose not to add the cinnamon. It's really up to you for that one. Just a quarter of a teaspoon of cacao powder. Not very much because we are going to add in chocolate. I will put in 1 spoon of my hemp protein powder. I'm not going to put in that much, guys, because all the other ingredients are also quite high in protein. So just 1 spoon of this, and this has 52 grams of protein per 100 grams and 4 grams of carbs per 100 grams. Just so you get an idea. So I have broken up 100 gram block of 90% dark Lindt chocolate and put it into a bowl. And I will put this in the microwave, I think for 30 seconds, we'll see. It's been in there for 30 seconds and we will give it a stir and then put it back in, I think. Yep. So as you can see, it's still lots of hard chocolate in there. You want it all to be melted. So we'll put it in for a little bit longer. You can do this over the stove as well. I wouldn't put the chocolate directly into a pot on the stove. I would put the water underneath and sit the glass bowl on top. But I think it works great doing it in the microwave as well. And see, it's all looking much more melted together now. I'll just give it a moment and stir it. Most of it is looking melted. There's a couple of pieces in it, but that's okay. To this, I am going to add in some coconut oil. This is just 20 grams of coconut oil, and I will mix this in. I will also add in 3 drops of peppermint oil. Remember, if you are adding in peppermint oil, you actually don't have to, but if you are adding it in, make sure that you're getting food grade peppermint oil, not just the stuff that you put in your candle burners. 5 drops went in. Smells delicious. I would like to taste it. Nice. Peppermint oil is really good. Could even put in another 10 or 20 grams of maybe 10 grams of coconut oil. If you wanted, I will put in a little bit more. I'm not going to measure it out, but I'll just put in 1 teaspoon. Okay, this chocolate is ready. Now we will get our wet ingredients that we made earlier and put all of that in. I'll just put some in, mix it and see how it is.
That's nice.
Yep. Now, don't worry if you don't get absolutely all of the mixture, because I'm going to show you a good recipe with the leftover of what's in here and what's on there. So just try and get most of it, but then leave the rest in there like that. And you can pop it in the fridge or pop it to the side for now and mix it all together. Okay, see, this is becoming quite thick. Kind of like a cooking mixture, it might be. Kind of like that thickness. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to pour in half of the chocolate and coconut and mint mixture. Yum. Tastes delicious. And now, let's add more. I like to leave a little bit of chocolate left to kind of dribble on top once I've finished making the balls. So we'll set that to the side. I am going to half the mixture. And in half of this mixture, I'm going to try something new and add in spirulina powder, which I haven't had before. That's why I'm halving the mixture to see how it would taste. And I'm going to put in 1 spoon of spirulina powder. Now, if you haven't had this before either, I would just stick to this one. Stay safe, stick to this recipe. If you're finding that this isn't really sweet enough for you, I would, when you're melting that chocolate, add honey to the chocolate. It makes it sweeter and it's really nice. I'm going to be rolling it in. There's 10 grams of linseed, chia seeds, sesame seeds, and hemp seeds that have been shelled. Probably half a teaspoon of cacao powder, 1 teaspoon of the coconut flour, 2 teaspoons, like a good kind of heaped one. And I'm going to mix this together. Let's add a tiny bit of salt. There we go. It's probably a good pinch actually, like a good bit of salt. I will get my yellow plate to roll them onto. Here we go. that big. And then I want you to roll it into here. And there you go. So it's about 1 spoon like that. Here we go. Yum. Tastes good. They are quite bitter, that's all I would say. Is that if you're not used to like cacao or dark chocolate, add in the honey when you're doing the chocolate. Okay, so I've done all of the ones without spirulina, and now here are the spirulina ones. What I noticed is that the spirulina ones are a little bit more like they're drier, so maybe you could put in some more coconut oil or some little bit more coconut milk or something, but they're okay. They're just a little bit harder to roll because they're a little bit drier. Here are the spirulina ones. Here are the normal ones. If you haven't made them before, I would suggest go for these and maybe add honey. So here's the leftover chocolate that we had. I would like to add in another 3 drops of peppermint oil. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to taste that before I put it on, just in case it's too strong and doesn't taste nice. Nope, it's good. I like it. Dribble it over the top.